Welcome to Subramani. I'm going to talk to you about something very obvious but which many people completely miss, right? So, the amount of wealth that you have at the end of your life or end of your working life, say 60, 65, is a function of course, how much you earn, how well you got that money invested, but at the initial stage and when you are not very rich, when you are earning say 5-6 lakhs a year, the most important thing is your ability to save and invest. What is the ratio proportion that you are able to save? So if you are a girl staying with her parents, you are 22 years of age and your father is a very successful man and your mother is a very successful woman, chances are you are spending nothing. Even your eating out is being paid for by your parents, etc. So you can actually technically save the full 5 lakhs that you are earning. Now cut that to a guy who is 40 years of age, married, he has 2 children, he is paying the EMI for his house. He's got an elder brother staying with him who's also earning and contributing a little to the house, and a wife who is also earning well. And this guy suddenly decides that he wants to give up all that to pursue some other something else. That's fine, perfectly all right. You have to work towards your passion, etc. But the question to ask is, who is going to feed you? Because what is the biggest cut comes in your ability to save money. Now take a case of a person earning about 7 lakhs and hold your breath, having about 7.5 lakhs as debt, credit card debt. Will this person ever be able to save anything? Answer is no. This is a clear case of a state which has got debt equal to its GDP, which means about a big percentage of its income would go towards paying interest, and there will be very little left to pay the principal. So take a person with 7.5 lakhs debt. The debt gets serviced at 40%. I'm not even getting to the GST and all, but approximately 40%. So 3 lakhs is lost in just paying the interest. So 7.5 lakhs is what you're earning. 3 lakhs goes in repaying the debt. You're left with 4.5 lakhs. 4.5 lakhs, I think, is very tough for a family of 2 people to live, right? Husband, wife and 1 kid whose school fees, etc. have to be paid. I'm not talking about the brother's contribution. You can ignore him for all practical purposes. Now, can you imagine this person ever being able to save? The answer is no, because the income is too low compared to the needs that he has just towards paying interest, right? So if your income is low, it's still fine provided you can invest out of it. So 7.5 lakhs income is not bad at all. 7.5 lakhs income, you can live, you can save, your wife is also earning, right? So maybe wife pays for the children's school fees, you pay the EMI or you pay the rent, whatever, you'll be able to live. Assuming when a guy is earning 7.5 lakhs, his wife is also earning 7.5 lakhs. So 15 lakhs of income is not bad at all. But 7.5 lakhs income, I'm not talking about the wife's income because I have no clue what is the wife's income. But if the guy earning 7.5 lakhs is going to pay 3 lakhs as interest, the ability to save is zero. So the wealth creation is far pushed back, right? You just don't have money, you have no present. Where are you going to think about the future, right? This is one thing, the ability to save and the percentage. The higher the percentage, the more money you will have at the end of your life, provided it is managed well. So first of all, the most important ratio for young boys and girls, a young guy would mean below 30 or some people who are even in their 40s, to see what percentage of their income. I'm assuming husband and wife both would be working, so out of the joint amount that you are receiving, x plus x, so 2x, out of the 2x that you are receiving, what percentage are you investing? Because that is going to determine your wealth. Because when you save a lot, okay, and that has nothing to do with what rate of interest you're going to get on your investments, right? So if you do save a lot, first of all, it means your requirements are less and you're able to hold on saying, look, I can't afford this, I can't afford a vacation, forget a foreign vacation, I can't afford even an Indian vacation, I will travel by public transport, I may take an auto once in a while, but having my own car and paying for petrol is completely out on a 7.5 lakh income or on a 15 lakh income. I can't afford it, right? My child will go to a good school nearby house, but there will be nothing fancy about it, right? The kid will not go into tennis classes and things like that. I just can't afford it, because you have to say all that continuously to yourself so that you start repaying the debt in a meaningful way. If you have 7.5 lakhs of credit card debt, your repayment should be at least 4-5 lakhs, because 3 lakhs is just interest. Unless 2 lakhs goes towards repaying your principal, you have no chance of bringing that debt down, and for that you have to do something, right? So beyond the basic needs that you meet, you may go for a little bit of more luxury, and after that it is your ability to save which is going to be far more important for the wealth creation that you want. So if you are starting late, first of all you are at a huge disadvantage. Then you have maybe only 20 years to invest and not 40 years to invest, which normally people have. That's a big dampener, right? But then you have to at least make a start. So you first repay all your debt. I don't know how you're going to do that. That has to be real fast. After that, you need to start investing very aggressively, and that can come only from saving very aggressively. And if you can't increase your income, you have to learn to live frugally. Learning to live frugally means cooking more meals at home and traveling more by public transport, because a car is a super luxury for somebody earning just 7 lakhs, right? It's almost impossible. I have no clue how people can afford a car on that level of income, simply because you're going to either be paying EMI or you're going to be paying rent. So after all that school fees and all, how do you have money for a car? You start using a credit card. You have absolutely no money to invest or save, and you have to have retirement saving. Another important thing which people don't realize is anything can happen with technology. You can be rendered redundant because somebody else can just come and take away your job. And that happens very regularly. Whether you are an accountant, whether you are a healthcare professional, whether you are a gym trainer, doesn't matter. Somebody can come into your house through YouTube and take away your job. So saving for saying, I don't know what will happen. My business can go for a toss, my employment can go for a toss. That is one solid reason to save for. We call it, we camouflage it and call it financial freedom. Financial freedom, yes, if it is by choice. What happens if it is by force? So saving without a cause is something very important, right? Unfortunately, when even this book which says you can be rich too with goal-based investing, we think all investing should have a goal. Yes, of course, buying a house, buying a car, children's school fees, exam fees, marriage, all that could be goal-based. But the most important goal you have to understand is financial freedom, also called as being rendered redundant in this world. It's very important to understand that many of us can be rendered redundant like in a jiffy. So if you are 40 years of age, paying a lot of EMI, etc., and your wife is not earning, you have to be saving a lot of money just for that redundancy allowance, right? So, and beyond your basic needs, you're spending for ego, and that is very easy to find out depending on what kind of vacations people take, what kind of clothes they wear, what kind of car they run, they use. And how whether they are spending on themselves for fun or whether they are spending on themselves to post on social media saying, look, this is what we do, right? So from that you are able to find out how the incentive system works for that person. So this person who is doing it for others, very unlikely that he or she will ever think of saving money for themselves or investing. These are all very dangerous areas. So I constantly am asked to make videos of people earning 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs. 10 lakhs Husband earning 10 lakhs, wife earning 10 lakhs is still a reasonably good income with which to incentivize and save. But even if you're earning 10 lakhs between husband and wife, let's say each earning 5 or one earning 10 and the other person not working, it is absolutely necessary that you should control your lifestyle in such a way that you don't spend so much on credit cards and pay so much of interest. I was quite shocked when I saw a person with 7.5 lakhs income with 7.5 lakhs credit card debt, right? So they do exist, such people do exist. I have no clue, I don't deal with such people. But I know somebody who deals with such people regularly, and she was telling me about such cases. So this is very scary, right? So the percentage that you save out of your income, that you are allowed to save. Now if you earn 7.5 lakhs and you pay 3 lakhs as interest, there is nothing that you can save. This is more like a government budget. I don't want to name any government, but many governments which are not doing well, many state governments which are not doing well, have absolutely no money beyond paying their interest, salaries and pensions. That's it. All their money, all their revenue gets wiped out in these 2-3 things, right? Similarly, if you are earning very less and you're paying a lot of interest on your credit card, there is something that you have to do. Put your house online, put some shares, borrow from friends, relatives. I don't care what you do, but if you can borrow 5 lakhs from friends and relatives and pay off this loan and start repaying your friends, it might be much cheaper than just trying to continuously run on the treadmill, right? So to be able to create wealth, it is important that you earn well, that you don't fritter away money on things like interest or on lifestyle. Somewhere which you have spent is coming to haunt you now, and therefore either double your income, triple your income, do whatever. I mean, if you can increase your income substantially, then this 5 lakh debt, 7 lakh debt and all can be repaid. But if you can't increase your income, then there is very unlikely that you will ever create wealth in your life, that you will ever retire, and that to me is a dangerous thing. Thank you.